Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Doxy. I have something real fun for us today, because if you followed me for a while, you'll know that about 6 or 7 months ago, I was toying with the idea of starting, and I watched a few videos by a guy called Super Eyepatch Wolf, like The Appeal of One Piece or The Breathtaking World of One Piece, basically just to kind of convince me to watch One Piece, because I wasn't sold on the idea of it. I thought it was going to be another one of those big shows that are massively overhyped, and I wasn't keen on the art style or the story or whatever, man. I just didn't think it was worth my time. Obviously, I know how wrong I was now because I've started watching it and it's such a phenomenal show, and I apologize for being so naive for so long. But it got me thinking, is the manga as good as the anime? And as I was perusing YouTube yesterday, I found a video entitled Why You Should Read One Piece in 2022-2023 by a lovely man called O'Hara, and the link to that video is in the comments below. But I thought, what better time to watch it than with you guys to see if you agree with the points he makes. So that's what we're going to do today, and hopefully it will convince me that reading One Piece is worth my time, even though I'm pretty sure it is, but there's nothing like a good push, right? So as always, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and hit the bell to be notified about future videos that I make. Let's get straight into it, and let's see why we should read One Piece. Let's go.
Why should you read?
That was exactly my question. Why should I read One Piece? Tell me, please.
Keep stumbling across this anime and finally have given in to finding out what all the hype or annoyance,
like that.
whatever you think it is all about. Well, let me tell you, with only a few years
Wait, is it ending?
and the beginning of
That's
the final
mad!
saga,
How can
now
One Piece be
is the
ending?
perfect
I only just
time to
started.
Come aboard the Straw Hat ship and sail to the One Piece along with the rest of the fandom. Or maybe
Whoa, 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 whoa. Time. I apologize for pausing so early, but does Nami look different to anyone else? Like, I can't put my finger on what's different about her. It could be the new hair. Like, her hair's pretty nice in this photo. Or it could be the fact she has giant ass watermelons growing on her chest. Like, what has happened here? Like, I don't remember Nami ever looking like that. Does this confirm that she's the most powerful person in One Piece? Because she's got, like, 2 massive weapons of mass destruction now. Okay, here we go. Why should we start reading One Piece in the first place? Teach me your ways, friend. Tell me everything.
Short, really not long at all answer. Chapter 1. A brief history.
Okay, I'm good with this.
One Piece. Now, I don't know if you've ever
it's
tried
episode
to
1.
convince someone to take the plunge and start reading the series, but it can be quite of a hard sell. Watching a 26 episode series can be enough of a commitment by itself, but asking someone to
1,000 chapters, and there's like so many more now, isn't there?
It can seem downright
Yeah,
daunting.
something like that, friends. A little bit
Not
daunting.
to mention that maybe some people are turned off by the cartoonish looking art style.
Yeah,
thinking
that was
it's
me
not
for the
as
longest time. I
serious
couldn't take
or
this show
as some of
seriously
their
at all.
other favorite series.
It just hurt my head.
I'm here to change your mind about that. Thanks to a let's say questionable 4Kids.
Was it
book
that
and
bad?
A few other factors, One Piece has had a hard time growing its fan base in the West compared to series like Dragon Ball or Naruto.
Interesting.
Let's look at the facts. This is the most successful manga of all time and one of the most successful pieces of literature.
I believe it's second
and
behind
One
Superman,
Piece
right?
has outsold every other comic series.
There we go. As I was saying
That
it, yeah.
means that its sales numbers have beaten out
That's
both
madness,
Spider-Man
though.
and Batman, whose publication histories predate One Piece by
That is
many
absolute madness.
decades. And the estimated sales for the series place Eiichiro Oda, its author, within the top 10 best
Really?
authors of
That
all
is
time. He's just after
madness.
Zeus, and soon One Piece will
That's
even outsell
absolute
Harry
mental.
Potter. Simply put, One Piece with a serialization spanning 25 years is a worldwide sales juggernaut. Why? Well, because it's
It's
just
very easy to market
Before we
as
get
well.
started, though, you might want to know some of the basics. So, what is One
That
Piece
pirate
about?
called Luffy
One Piece
who's
takes
looking for the
place
One
20
Piece.
years after the execution
That's called
of the
Roger.
notorious king
That
of
much
the
I do know.
pirates, Gold Roger. On the executioner's stand, Roger announced to the world that he left his treasure, the One Piece, hidden somewhere out
To
in
which
the world
everyone
as
goes
dangerous
absolutely
sea
mad
Grand
looking
Line,
for it.
a terrifying
Even though no one knows what it
ocean
is.
that spans once around the globe. The announcement of this great treasure led to a great age of piracy, which brings us to our protagonist,
Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy, a rambunctious young pirate who has rubber powers thanks to eating a devil fruit, a magical type
I really
of fruit
enjoyed
that
the start of
gives
this show,
special
like learning all
abilities
about
to
why
someone
Luffy
who
became
eats
rubbery
them,
and all that.
but at the same time also renders them unable to swim. A pretty big drawback in a story that takes place on the high
Very
seas.
true.
And so
What is that yellow thing? Holy crap.
Together a crew of equal
Hey, Chopper.
unique characters to fight side by side as he takes on rival pirates and the world government in an attempt to fight the world's greatest treasure. Overall, there are really 4 great
Go on, what are the
that
4
make One Piece
qualities?
stand out among its peers. The world
I agree.
building, the
I agree.
plots, the
I agree.
characters, and the tone.
Don't know what the tone means, but
More
yeah.
qualities than these that make
I
One
agree
Piece
with the rest of it.
fantastic? Of course there are, but we don't want to get into any dangerous spoiler territory in this
Thank
video
you.
and damage
Don't
the
spoil anything.
experience of the
Thank you very
series.
much.
So, without further ado, let's get into chapter
Ooh.
2, the world of One Piece. If
It's
you ask the
stunning.
average fan what their
It's
favorite thing
absolutely
about One Piece
stunning.
is, a lot of them will say it's outstanding world building. If all you've ever seen is promotional images, it probably seems like One Piece is just a nice little story where our crew sails around the
No,
world
it's so
getting
much more than that.
what I
It's so
definitely
deep.
wasn't
There's
ready for
layers,
when
my
I started
dude.
The series was a complex web of political intrigue
Yeah,
that easily
I didn't
stands
expect
on
it
the level
either.
of a
Like,
series
there's
Game of
way
Thrones
too much
or
politics in
Lord
this
of the
show.
Rings. So if you
But I'm
really
good with
enjoy
it. I'm
flashback
good with it.
fantasy worlds, you will definitely fall in love with the world of One Piece. This world is filled with pirates searching for the ultimate treasure, the One Piece, but along the way our crew visits a lot of islands, each with its own unique governments, culture, creatures, etc. And so one island may be filled with prehistoric dinosaurs and battling giants, whereas the next one is an expansive desert kingdom.
I must admit, that's one thing I've really enjoyed since starting One Piece is meeting a lot of interesting characters. Like, every person I've met so far has their own personality, their own individuality. They're just unique, you know? Like, it's such a refreshing change from most shows that I watch, because in most shows in general, you get the main 4 or 5 characters and then the extra characters that are in the background. They might have a line here or there, but that's about it. Whereas One Piece has made every character you see really unique. Even if they don't speak or do anything, you could look at them and go, wow, they're different, or they're interesting looking, or they're whatever. And the same can be said for the surroundings too, because Arlong Park looks very different to Alabasta, which looks very different to Drum Island. You know, like, it's very unique, and I really enjoy that about the show. I'm sorry for interrupting, but I really wanted to make that point.
One island may be based on feudal Japan, and another one
Wow.
might be a dream
That
filled
looks
Candyland
mad.
straight out of a Disney movie. And the wildest thing about all of this is that all these diverse places somehow form a cohesive whole. We don't simply stop off somewhere and then sail away into the horizon, never to think about these past islands ever again. Instead, they all interact.
Yeah, that's what I was
seamlessly
trying to
with
get
one
at.
another
Like, they
and
all
the
kind of
history
link
of the world.
perfectly,
Each
even though they're
kingdom
different.
or island the Straw Hats visit are connected politically through the world government, a shadowy organization that claims to uphold the
Yeah,
peace and defend
claims.
the people from the evil pirates, but in reality causes just as much, or arguably
Yeah, we don't mess with
more
Marine in
suffering
these
as
parts.
the pirates do. The world of One Piece is composed of many different factions that move independently from our main characters. And while the protagonist, Straw Hat Luffy, certainly makes his mark on the world, he's just one small fish in a very
Oh
big
yes,
world of
oh
characters. While the
yes.
story sagas are shaped by the Straw Hats' actions, the world is always moving and shifting behind
Who
the
are these
scenes as
people?
well. Between
I've
each
not met any of
story
these apart from
arc, Eiichiro Oda shows
2
us
of
what
them.
the major players of the world are up to.
I'm not gonna
Also,
question
in
it.
no other series will you see a fan base get so ecstatic about something as seemingly simple as a newspaper. But when Big News Morgans drops the latest issue, you better believe we're about to get some mind-blowing.
Oh, well, I can't wait
facts
to hear
what's
about all
going on
this.
with our favorite characters. Simply put, this world doesn't seem just like a game board for places to move on around on. It feels like a real.
It's all
living,
one
breathing
big
place,
amalgamation,
we care
and I like it a
deeply about
lot.
its many inhabitants. Oda has filled each and every of these islands with so much care and consideration that we're really on the edge of our seats while we wait to see how the complex political dynamics.
I agree, and I'm not even very
And that
far in,
is
and I
all
feel exactly the
thanks to
same.
Chapter 3, the
This is my part. Go
characters.
on
And
then.
of
Who are
course
you?
We have to talk about the stars of the show, the incredible web of
Hey,
characters.
it's Mihawk.
And wow, does One Piece have some fantastic ones. I mean, with over
Yeah, there's a lot of
1,000
people in this
characters
show.
the series, there's a little
And I'm not
something
good with
for
names, so I'm
everyone.
gonna be screwed when I
But
finish
central to
this.
One Piece is, of course, the Straw Hat crew. Our main
Luffy,
character, Monkey
eating
D,
everything as always.
is unlike any other shonen protagonist. Just on the surface level, he seems to share some essential traits with other shonen heroes. He's got the brains,
Lack
the
of,
laughter,
yeah.
off of Goku and a lofty goal like Naruto, but no one has the conviction that Luffy does really.
He is
While
so
will win due to
reckless, but in
standardized
his
tests,
own
he has an intuitive,
planned out way
emotional intelligence
that's not
that
planned
allows
out
him
at all.
to make friends everywhere he goes. More than his rubber body, his true power is the way that he relates to others and fights for
Yeah,
those
he
that
cares a
about.
lot. I was
Most
about
of
to say the
time
same
he's
thing.
carefree, silly even, but when it's time to get
Full
serious,
focus.
he'll send a chill down your spine, and you'll be cheering for him when he gives villains what they deserve, which usually is a really punch. The rest of the crew is also fan.
I love this crew, man.
The
I really
absolute
do.
badass swordsman
Zoro.
Zoro, the greedy navigator Nami, the cowardly
Usopp is king.
the Soei chef
And so is Sanji.
the cotton candy
Ah,
loving
Chopper.
Dr. Chopper, and a singing skeleton.
I haven't met you yet, but
As well as
I
some
knew he
others that
existed.
I
It's
won't
fine.
spoil for now because their joining can come as a bit of a surprise, I guess. Every one of these characters not only has spectacular,
But they have their own
feats, but they
goals as
have
well.
dreams and
Yeah.
convictions that
They all want
match their
different
captain's
things,
dream
but
to
all
become
the same.
Pirate's King. And while they're fun and even
Oh, hi,
silly
doggo.
on the surface, they all have depth. As we learn about the tragedies
This scene
they suffered in
killed
childhood
me.
that made them who they are
Killed
today,
me.
we fall in love with this cast of characters. Also, you will definitely 100% cry when you get to
I haven't
the
cried yet.
backstory, so
Close,
just
but I haven't cried
and
yet.
of course, our main crew are only the beginning. The Straw Hats also encounter many others on their travels, and some standouts.
Ooh,
are
you're an
the
ugly bastard, didn't you?
Villains. The Marines are tasked by the world government to hunt down the law-breaking pirates, which means that our main cast constantly are on the run from fearsome members like
Yep.
Captain Smoker or
I
Abu.
haven't met him yet,
However,
but I
there
know
are also,
Smoker.
of course, opposing pirates, such as the Seven Warlords of the Sea, which includes fierce and intimidating characters like the criminal mastermind
I've just
Rock,
met him.
or the greatest swordsman in the world, Dracule Mihawk. When we're introduced to these characters, they appear as insurmountable obstacles. Some of them are literally impossible to even touch. And so, of course, it makes it all the more satisfying when Luffy and his crew use their resolve and their skills to overcome these villains.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how he
and
beats
save
Crocodile,
people
because I've only
and
just got to that
others
bit.
count.
Like, spoiler, I'm quite
Speaking
far
of those
back.
innocent people, the Straw Hats have their fair share of allies on the seas of the Grand Line too. Some are royalty who rule
Like
the various
Vivi.
islands they visit and liberate, such as
Oh, I was just talking about this, yeah.
Prince
Like
of
Vivi.
Alabasta, but some are even fellow pirates, like the fan
I don't know who you are. I've heard the name
and then,
Law
of
before,
course,
but
there
I
are
don't know
the
who it
legends
is.
Who either in the past or present have shaped the One Piece world itself. People like Gold Roger, the pirate who on the execution
Who started the whole
the
thing.
great age of piracy by telling people across the world to go and search for his treasure, the One Piece. Throughout the adventure of One Piece, you'll meet a fascinating cast of people, and if it sounds like a lot, well, no worries there. Oda takes his time in each location and with each character to let us get to know each of them as people and to fully develop them throughout the story. It's one of the many reasons that One Piece's length actually works in its favor. It's all killer.
This does not help me why I should read it, though. This is more telling me to watch it more often.
The plot of One Piece is another fantastic reason that you should read this series.
Okay, here we go.
The amazing thing about One Piece isn't that it has over 1,000 chapters. It's that it has 1,000 chapters and it's still going strong. The arcs being published right now are some of the best.
That's what I've heard from people I know.
And
Like,
there's one
apparently
simple reason
the
for this.
the quality's
mangaka
never
Eiichiro
dropped.
Oda planned his story from the
And I
very
like that a
beginning.
lot.
I know that this seems trivial, but you'd be amazed at how many authors don't actually know how their story will end when they
Game of Thrones, I'm looking at you.
kind of start from a premise and make it up as they go along. 25 years ago, Luffy set out to find the ultimate treasure, the One Piece. He's still searching for that treasure, and many are skeptical that whatever it will be in the end will be disappointing, like the treasure will be the friend.
It probably is. That's what I was
However,
thinking. It's
Oda
gonna be like
says
some
he has
internal
already gone on
thing.
record saying that the treasure is something physical.
Oh, okay, never mind.
He has had the final panel and the overall story of the series planned for.
Oh, don't tell me that. I've got to read it now.
Details and ideas
Good
along the
damn
way,
it.
expand on on the world that he's created, the broad strokes of the story are already well thought out. I mean, it would have been one thing to have a great idea for a pirate adventure and just letting Luffy start his journey without having
Boat
any
looking
big
mad.
plans, but eventually he probably would have run out of ideas. But ever since the beginning, Oda has been constructing a story with one singular goal, which honestly makes it such an impressive series.
This
not
art
just
style
among
is incredible.
manga,
I quite
but
like
among
this.
literature in general. One way that you can see this is with Eiichiro Oda's masterful hints and foreshadowing.
Okay.
Characters will be mentioned in the early beginnings of the story, only to show up and play a very important role
Interesting.
chapters later at points. And that really just goes to show the thorough planning that went into creating this masterfully structured story. Not to take digs too hard at other series, but many of them seem to be developed based on a
You
central,
leave
interesting premise
Dragon
and
Ball
eventually
alone.
start falling apart the
I agree,
longer
but
because the
leave Dragon Ball
storytellers
alone.
begin with the end
Don't
in
upset
mind.
me, bro.
Let's just call it the J.J. Abrams effect.
That I agree
Let's
with,
leave
yeah.
the world of anime for a second and think about how TV shows like Lost or the much maligned Star Wars sequel trilogy begin by Abrams setting up so many
And then it just
mysteries
fell
so fans
flat.
get sucked in by all the
It did
intrigue.
fall flat.
The problem is that Abrams has not figured out what the solution to the mystery really is.
The Star Wars one really hurts me because I was one of those people that was really hoping that the new trilogy would be as good as the original trilogy, and it just wasn't. Like, I tried to convince myself for a while that it was, but it really wasn't. Like, the big twist wasn't a twist. It didn't actually make a lot of sense. It fell flat on its face. Curse you, J.J. Abrams. Don't ruin things that I love. So I agree with him.
Leading to his properties having terribly disappointing endings. Many anime series seem to suffer from the exact same problem. For instance, in Bleach, a series
I never
of
actually
medieval
watched
years,
Bleach, so
the
I have no
Soul
idea.
Society was a fantastic early arc. However, it does seem like Tite Kubo, the author, wasn't sure what should happen.
That happens a lot,
So they just
unfortunately.
rinsed and repeated with a new kidnapped ally to rescue and a new assortment of powerful
Lazy.
baddies to fight. Dragon
Go
Ball
on.
Z kind of does the same thing as well. And who of course can't forget the ending of Naruto when we found out that, big spoiler warning by the way,
on.
skip ahead if you don't want to hear this, it was aliens all along.
Really?
Like, granted,
That's how
One Piece
Naruto
also
ends.
has
I don't
some
remember
really
that. That's why I
stuff
dropped
going
it,
on,
see?
But that's always been well established for hundreds of
BS.
instead of suddenly pulling it out of nowhere at the very last minutes. Most anime also deal with a problem I call power creep, the problem of running into an impossibly strong villain, having the heroes develop
To
a new
one-up
power-up
them.
to defeat them, and then rinsing
Yeah,
and
that's basically
repeating
Dragon Ball.
over
It
and
is.
over
I can't
until
lie.
the powers are just so
It
absurd
is.
and don't fit into the established scope of
You leave
the
Ultra Instinct alone,
While
boy.
One Piece does have cool powers and power-ups, it avoids the problem of power creep that we see in so many other
Interesting.
series. In an early scene where, for example,
This
we
is
introduced
Don
one of the
Krieg, right?
literally strongest
And Mihawk.
characters in the entire series.
Bakio and Mihawk, yep.
The greatest swordsman in the world. One
And just
of the seven
annihilate
of the
Zoro.
scene I mentioned earlier. In that encounter,
Absolutely
Luffy's
annihilates
Zoro,
him.
whose goal is to become the world's greatest swordsman himself, faces off against him. Zoro, who we've seen effortlessly take out opponents
Not this time, bro.
right before this moment, is absolutely annihilating.
Yep.
And so, thanks to this scene and some others like
Who are
it,
you?
we early on get to see the power
And you?
ceiling of the worlds. And that way,
Oh,
future
good lord.
power-ups don't just seem like massive ass pulls out of nowhere, and instead they seem in line with the properties of the world as we've known it right from the start.
Interesting,
The
very
consistency
interesting.
of One Piece is just outstanding. Even the quote-unquote bad arcs, or at least the least
I haven't
favorite
seen a bad
of
arc yet, I'm not gonna
fandoms,
lie.
often surpass
I'm enjoying
the
what I've
qualities
seen.
of many other normal stories. Are there occasionally flaws or inconsistencies?
Probably every show has
Eiichiro
them.
Oda is surprisingly still human.
Yeah.
After all. But the positives
Every
of the
show has
series,
flaws somewhere in
especially
them.
Given its massive length, outshine the negatives by far. And this is really mainly thanks to Chapter 5.
Okay, explain to me what you mean by tone,
Another
because I
reason
don't
to watch
understand
One
it.
Piece is its tone, and this encapsulates a lot of things.
Oh, the music here as
When
well.
Matt Owens, a producer of the upcoming Netflix live-action One Piece series, was talking about adapting the series, he said One Piece does three things.
Go on, what are the
It
three
makes you
things?
laugh, it makes
Does.
you cry,
It can
and
do.
It makes you say, "Holy
It has made me say that a lot, actually. I can't lie.
Stand out among its peers is its sense of humor. Sure,
I agree with that.
shonen often have gags and bits of
Luffy is
humor
an
as
absolute
well,
box
but
of madness, but I
really
love it.
has laughter
Like, it's
baked into
not
its core. I mean,
what
just look at some of
happens,
the
it's the way he
character
reacts
designs,
to
but
them.
just the characters
It's the way he
themselves
reacts to
and jokes in the
everything is
series
just
are
perfect.
hilarious. And the scenarios that they get themselves into can be just as funny. Luffy having rubber powers is essentially just a stretch. Sometimes too
Like
far,
that, for
he blows
example.
himself up into a massive balloon.
Good
Once, when
lord.
fighting a character with food-based powers, he valiantly ate his way to victory with
That's
the
madness, I love
appetite
that.
that only a shonen protagonist could have. Some
Wow.
people do criticize One Piece for its occasional wacky and goofy art style. which
No,
is fair,
it's
subjective.
fine.
The truth is
Have a
that
laugh.
this is
Life's too
one of
short.
its greatest strengths, really. Not just because it's usually very funny, but also because it makes the emotional and very serious moments hit just that much harder. Like the contrast between them. You'll just be sitting there, just enjoying your goofy pirate manga when suddenly you're openly sobbing. Like,
It's the Chopper backstory.
You will cry when you see the suffering that this cute reindeer has endured.
I watched this recently, it was very hard.
Ridiculous stakes that many of these arcs get to, you will be openly stunned. When an entire country of people and characters you've grown to love are incredibly at stake, and the only possibility of saving them means Luffy defeating a villain who has already utterly defeated him multiple times before that, how can you not be on the edge of your seat?
It's
And
true.
even if you know deep down that things should probably work out fine because there are still hundreds of chapters to go, it still won't stop you
It's the
from
journey,
jumping out
man.
of joy when Luffy finally beats
It's the
big
journey.
daddy.
You know
and
Luffy's gonna
and
win,
lots of
but it's
reasons
the
that
act
you
of getting
need to
there that's
check
so
out One
hard.
Piece. From the world building to the characters to the story, this is a must-read experience of
Okay,
reading. Experiencing the story live along with a dedicated fan community isn't something that you want to miss out on. And once you get caught up, you can always come back to this channel here to enjoy some of the theories and
Gotta add the
analysis
promo
that
in
I've
there.
been working on.
Gotta add the
If you don't
promo
care
in
about
there.
being spoiled and you want to start right now, how about watching the best One Piece theory?
I'm not gonna watch
You
that because I will be
respect.
spoiled. But I appreciate that. That was interesting. That was very, very interesting. So first things first, I want to apologize that I didn't say that much. Like, honestly, I was extremely locked into what this guy was saying. I thought he was very informative. He spoke well. He was very clear with what he said. And I learned a lot, which is what I wanted to do. So before anyone comes at me, I was paying attention. Don't give me crap, okay? Secondly, he answered a good couple of questions that I had in my head. One of the big ones being, do the moments that are really emotional hit hard in the manga as well as the show? Because I've read a ton of mangas that had moments that absolutely killed me, but then I've watched the show and it just didn't come across the right way that I imagined it. So it's good to know that the moments in the show that have hit me so hard would also hit me as hard when written down. So that's really, really good. I know I touched on this earlier, so I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but it really is the characters that make this show so great. Like, obviously the world building's phenomenal as well. Let's not take away from that. Like, take Luffy's crew, for example. Everybody in that crew is completely different personality-wise, and they all have their own goals and dreams and wishes, but they've come together and it just kind of works as one weird mishmash of motley crew human beings. And that's what makes it so great. Like, Nami wants to be a navigator. That's cool, that's her own thing, but that's really useful for Luffy, who wants to find something, so he could really use a navigator. Luffy wants to be king of the pirates. Zoro doesn't even want to be a pirate, he wants to be a swordsman. Like, everyone's got their own wishes, and it's just so cool to watch it all come together. I'm not very far into One Piece. I've only just reached Crocodile, so I know I've got a long way to go and a lot of twisty turnies to go through. But from what I've seen so far, it really is such a good show, and it really does leave you on the edge of your seat. The guy is completely right. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what's going to happen in 500 episodes or 400 chapters or whatever, but this makes me want to read it and find out if it does hit the same. It makes me want to read it to see if I still feel the same emotions reading it as I do watching it. And I feel like I might. Honestly, I just feel like whatever platform you use to consume One Piece, it will just hit you deeply no matter what you do. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind taking an emotional battering sometimes. Like, some of my favourite shows have battered me emotionally. Look at ReZero, look at Bunny Girl Senpai, look at Fullmetal Alchemist. These are all shows that I obsess over who have destroyed me emotionally in one way or the other. So I'm good with it. But this has definitely given me food for thought in regards to reading it, even if it's just to see what differences there are between the manga and the show. Like, honestly, there's enough reasons for me here to read it. So I think that's what I'm going to spend the rest of my day doing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said earlier, if you did, don't forget to subscribe and all that fun stuff I said before. I can't avoid this show anymore. Like, honestly, it's slowly but surely becoming an obsession, and I think I'm alright with it. I can't wait to be fully obsessed with this show and join you guys in your happy obsession with One Piece. So until next time, I'm gonna go read One Piece. Have a great day, people. Peace out.